Christmas morning. You wake up and your house smells like... What's the treat? What's the thing that you make on Christmas morning? In my house, it's caramel rolls. Cinnamon caramel rolls. A roll is filled with butter and brown sugar and cinnamon, and then they are risen in a caramel sauce overnight and baked together, and it is chef's kiss. It's so good. This recipe is all about how to get that. The bread is soft on the inside and a little crispy on the outside, and the caramel is ooey and gooey and so good. And we eat them fresh, hot out of the oven. Comment what your favorite Christmas tradition is. What's the thing that has to happen Christmas morning for it to feel like Christmas? Let me know. We are starting with 2 1/4 cups of milk, warmed. Not scorching, but warm. We're gonna add to that a 1/2 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of yeast. Mix until it's combined and allow the yeast to bloom. Into our mixing bowl, we're going to add 3 eggs at room temperature. And then our yeast mixture is going to go into that, and we're going to whisk it together for just a couple of minutes until it's combined, until the eggs are beaten and it's combined. Add a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Give it a quick mix once again. And then to our wet mixture, we're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to change out our mixing utensil to the mixer with a dough hook. So with a dough hook, we're going to mix that until a dough ball forms. And then we're going to continue mixing that for about 3 minutes. We're going to put some oil in a bowl and then work our dough on the surface for about another 3 minutes. Put it in the oiled bowl, oil the top of it, cover it, we're going to let that rise until it doubles in size, and then we're going to punch it down and roll it out. I'm using a rolling pin for the most part in my hands, but you want to roll it to a pretty flat, thin consistency, and we want it to be about 12 to 18 inches long and 4 to 6 inches wide. We want a pretty good rectangle. We're going to melt 1 stick of butter. And to that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. And we're going to spread that evenly over our dough. Once you get that pretty well covered, we will roll it and then cut it into 1-inch rounds. Once those are rolled and cut, we're going to put them into a greased pan to start their second rise. And then we're going to cover them with plastic wrap. While that's rising, we're going to make the caramel. We start with 1 stick of butter and 2 cups of cream in a pot. We're going to warm until the butter melts. Add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, a pound of brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. And then we're going to stir that till it combines. And you're going to let it come to just barely a boil. We don't want it a hard boil. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're going to slowly bring it back to a boil and simmer it for 5 minutes so the caramel can thicken up. And then you let it cool at room temperature and pour it all over the rolls. We're going to place that in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, you'll remove the plastic wrap and put them into a 375-degree oven covered in foil for 15 minutes. Remove the foil, cook it for an additional 15 minutes until they look golden brown and the caramel is bubbling. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, eat well, be well,